Hi guys, welcome back to another quick card pull. This is being filmed on Tuesday, July 28th, 2026. Today we're pulling from the Astrology Answers Tarot cards. Starting off with the Magician. So this is where disruptions come in and Spirit is reminding you, whomever you believe in, Yahweh, Yeshua, Divine Creator, Gaia, Mother Earth, Higher Self, that you have what it takes to overcome this situation. You've done this before. It's because it's the unknown. It's because it's scary. Like, period. It's the unknown. And Spirit will give us guidance saying, like, everything's going to be okay and stuff like that. And it's like, you believe that truth. But, you know what I mean? It's just like when you see things a certain way, you know what I mean? Just because, like, and this is a reminder, just because it looks like this right now doesn't mean it's going to look like this forever. You know what I mean? Because it's like they know who you are. They know where you put your energies. They know who you are. They know what you know what I mean? Like, you're not that type of person that pulls the cover over their heads. And this is not a shade or anything, but it's like you expect everybody else to figure out your problems. And it's like, no, I'll figure it out and I'll keep moving forward. That's why they have this yellow hue around this card, because it's like you follow your intuition. What did they tell us yesterday? Follow your intuition. A lot of the cards, the hair, which is very smart. If you follow my account, you know. And that's one of the things. It's like following your intuition. And the hair, very smart, very wise. You know what I mean? Very methodical. In some ways, they're showing like the tortoise and the hare kind of thing. It's like, not always methodical. You know what I mean? So, or like, that's not who you are. You're not full of yourself where you're like, I'll take a quick nap and, I'll let the world pass me by because I know I can figure this out. I give it up to Yahweh Yeshua. This is just me. I'm just saying. It's just because we can't see the forest through the trees. Remember where they said follow the white heart? They'll keep you sure-footed, and they were showing how the Wild Unknown showed, I think it was like the 10 of Wands, and we got the 10 of Wands in this spread where they're crisscrossed, and it's like we can't see our way through it, and that, don't get in your head about that. Just because we see that crisscross applesauce is what they're saying happening, doesn't mean that there's not a way forward. So if you're asking the tarot a question, when you watch this, or you want to pause, but pause now, and then I'll give my answer. Paused? Okay. So this is an absolute yes. You're going through things, you will make it through this. You're a happy family, fur babies, happy household. You try to do all the things. And that's the thing. When people are feeling low, and it's easier to attack them. It's so weird with this full moon, which is tomorrow, that this shadow energy is coming up. You know what I mean? Like, today was like the last day of like retrograde energies. So this is where I'm saying, like, things may get a little blippy. Like, my phone's been acting out and stuff like that. Try not to let the little things, the little minute things take you down. Because they're going to keep going and going, because they're just like, we're almost there. Like, they want you to have a panic attack. This is where it's very important to sit there, and do your meditations. Take those breaths. You know what I mean? Take advantage of times where things are not so chaotic. Take time for you. Remember they said self-love, and that is self-love. Taking time for yourself to put your feet up and just woos out. Put your feet up if you feel like doing a meditation, a sound that's very attractive to you, you know what I mean? And just, you know what I mean? And I feel like the biggest thing, I feel like with this card is that you're safe. I feel like back to back is like you have the answers within you. Let those answers come forward. Maybe if you have tarot cards, this is a time for you to pull some cards for yourself, see what channel messages come in. But this is what they're saying. Absolutely, yes. You will be the victor wearing the wreath. They're showing the Chariot. In my mind's eye, they're showing the Six of Wands and the Chariot. That is the most powerful pull you can get in a reading, because it's an absolute yes as well. So in the Minor Arcana, this is a very powerful card. King of Cups. Allow the universe, just let go and let God. Let go in whomever it is you believe in. It's even if it's yourself. It's like, you know what? I'm doing everything I can to move in a positive direction. They're saying resources. So it's like, allow the universe to spoil you. Let them continue. Like they said, you will be showering in this. Maybe that is a positive sign. Go have a shower. Wash all this down the drain. You know what I mean? Like, do things that are aesthetically pleasing to your mind. You know what I mean? Like today I was like, oh my God, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. And I was like, you know what? One thing at a time. It is hot as heck. I'm like, of course you gotta cook, got the oven on, but it kind of adds to it. But I'm like, I'll do one thing, take a break. Do another thing, take a break. That's all I'm gonna pick at it. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm not going to let things 444 on the timer. I'm not going to let small, minute things tie me down. I'm not going to let things attack me. Because this is what they like to do. There's things that are trying to creep in. So if you watch the movie Moana, where her grandmother shows her that she's like island after island, and I feel like that's shadow energy. They'll try to attack one person and another person and another person, so the whole household becomes toxic. That's what they're saying. They're trying to creep in. So don't allow them to. Like they said, kick your feet up and let universe spoil you. Preoccupy your mind with other things. Go for walks. Take a shower. Like, maybe when it's cooler out, we'll go take a shower. Take a shower. Good Lord. Go for a walk. Or go sit in the backyard and kick our feet up and just watch the world go by. You know what I mean? It's like, just because it looks, the shadows trying to come in and make it look a certain way doesn't mean it's going to be that way. So this is where they're trying to attack on. That, you know what I mean? You feel isolated and alone. So this is why I'm saying you already have what it takes to overcome this situation. This is why the universe is like, hey, hang on tight, baby. Like, you know what I mean? Let us take the reins. Let us sit in front of you. You're going to be my passenger behind me, and you hang on to me. And I'm going to get you through this. 555. There's a change coming here. Just because it looks like this right now does not, like, me and my girlfriend go through this. A couple of my girlfriends, but you know what I mean? The one that I talk to all the time, it's like we both get those and we both support each other. I'm like, girl, you got this. I'm like, the universe is not going to sit there and add this opportunity in your life to have you fail. Remind yourself, whomever you believe in, they did not carry us this far only to carry us this far. They're not going to let you fall. It may look like that way, but it's like you're crossing a bridge. You're going, why did the chicken cross the road, right? But you know what I mean? You're concentrating on what still makes you happy. It may not be the most ideal situation, but it's like you don't have all the information and you're about to cross over. You know what I mean? Not in that way, but like you're overcoming this. You're coming to the other side of things. That's what they're saying. It's like, it may feel like they're trying to show, like, in our head, it feels like the bridge is crumbling, but it's not. You know what I mean? You are secure. You are fine. Like, that's why they said there's a rebirth. This is changing that mindset. Like, remember how Anastasia, I always mix her name up with her Instagram name. Anastasia and Reiki Healing Hope both said, just because this energy kind of reminds us from before, where it's scarcity and insecurities, like, because it's bringing up feelings from before. So this is where we're healing that inner child, saying, hey, we are safe. This time we're in control. This is where it's okay to look in the past, and it's like, look at the patterns of the past. We are always been sure-footed as a deer, even when we didn't know, because they know who we are. Number two, when a certain situation happened and I had to close down everything, like I just was starting a business and everything like that, we were still sure-footed as a deer, even though we didn't see it. That's why they're reminding you. You know what I mean? When my husband passed away, speaking of, like, 5 of Cups kind of energy, it's like, there was, you know what I mean? From what we could see. And it's like, just because you can't see it doesn't mean that's what's going to happen. And that's why they're trying to ground you right now. They're like, let us be your beacon. Like they said, you become the passenger of the horse and you hang on to us, and we're going to guide you through this. This is where your loved ones, you will probably feel them come in more potently when they're saying, pay attention to channel messages. This is where judgment comes in. Leveling up your wings. So you've leveled up. So strength card, which we have right here, transmutes into temperance. I believe we got temperance as well. This is where strength gains her wings. This is leveling up. So very Leo, fire energy, right? So this is when we're embracing our fire. It's like we're not taking no for answers. This is where spirit is giving you ideas. Just because you didn't, pull the trigger on it in such a way of making it live or anything like that, that does not mean you're not planning out. You're planning out in your mind. They can see that I have things that I got to take care of. Once those things are taken care of, I will take care of it. I was going to take care of it one night, and then something came up. So it's just like, I am ready to do the things that I need to do. I am ready to step into that timeline where things go the way that I'm trying to build it towards. You know what I mean? And that's why they're saying there's a level up going on here. This is why this reminds me of the Swedish flag. They're like, you're Switzerland, like you're in the middle. You know what I mean? Like, where it's just like cool, calm, collective. I just noticed the mountain in the back. It's like this new mountain you're about to send on. So like rebirth that they talk about. It's like, you know what I mean? Giving you positive confirmation of things changing for the better. You know what I mean? This is where spirit is allowing you to You may not see it, but you're going to start getting channel messages, channel images, dreams. You know what I mean? So if you're able to take naps, they're saying take naps so that way they can, you know what I mean? When your mind is still, they can communicate with you. That's why I'm saying do a meditation if you're able to. And this is where it's strength card. So remember they said, let us take the lead, where spirit is just like here, where they're like, let me stand in front of you as you go through this. I feel like, I know it's like she has the courage to put her hand in the lion's mouth. I feel like more so like petting it, where it's just like lions are seen as this fierce, like, you know, king of the jungle kind of energy. And it's like, with here, I feel like fur baby. I feel like, let me stand in front of you and protect you. You know what I mean? And I feel like, you know, because she is taller than the lion. So it's like, it doesn't matter the size of your fur baby. Like, they have that essence. They have that spirit. Very Coco Loco, not that's the Coco movie, where, you know, they were saying like the animals were their spirit guides and protectors and stuff like that. And it's like, that's where you see these kinds of things. If you don't look at your animal, your pet, as just like, you know, something that's there to protect your house, and, you know, it's a dog, blah blah blah, you know, you belong outside and rah rah rah, that's your feelings. But the people that nurture and care on them, like, you are my family. Like, for me, it's like, you're my son. Like, you know, you're another kid to me. You know, you're not just this, you know what I mean? It's just like, no, like, you would do everything and anything you can for your fur baby. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's just like, you are protected. 1111. You know what I mean? That's like Four of Wands energy there, right there. You know what I mean? Like, happy things. Concentrate on the things that make you happy. We just had the Five of Cups, and it's like my sister's birthday's tomorrow. I'm like, bring in that birthday magic. Bring in those birthday blessings. You know what I mean? It's like, bring them in. You know what I mean? It's just like embracing them. So this is what they're talking about. There is a rebirth happening in your life. So I feel like a lot of us that went through that purge, where things are changing over and it's moving forward to where brand new beginnings. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's where that's why I'm saying to you, just because things look like the way they are right now does not mean that that's going to happen forever. You know what I mean? They're saying things are changing. You know what I mean? With this purge, this new era, like Eye of Wisdom and Energy 79.79 said the same thing. They're like, you had to go through this major purge because there's a new era coming in. You can't bring all this with you. This is not meant to be with you. People, places, things, they're not supposed to be with you in this brand new era. They're falling to the wayside. So like I had mentioned for myself, I have things that I want to take care of. It's also working smarter, not harder. My sister's been saying this for years. And I feel like in the way where she's saying that, where it's like with myself, it's like, I don't need to run myself ragged on situations that don't need my energy right now. You know what I mean? I need to collect more information. I need a little bit more guidance. And it's like moving forward from there. And that's where I feel like this is where Spirit is just like, take care of what you need to take care of. But like I said, I did so much, took a break because it's hot as hell outside. So, you know, did one thing, took a break. Okay, cooled down, did the other thing. You know what I mean? Like, just, like I said, working smarter, not harder. You know what I mean? And just getting the things done, but in a way where I'm not exhausting myself. You know what I mean? Where it's like, I'm not restricted to timelines right now. So that's where I'm saying, like, just take care of what needs to be taken care of, and whatever else is a bonus. And this is the main thing. You're choosing to move forward. So tomorrow is the full moon. So you're going to feel the cycle from the 29th all the way to, I believe it's August 9th, the new moon. So this is where they're saying you're making the choice in this emotional situation. You know what I mean? So, you know, if you're about to cycle or anything like that, like your monthly cycle, it's like, you got to be aware of emotions are going on. They're saying that it feels like an earthquake is going on. Like, underneath your feet, the earth is moving. You know what I mean? They're trying to shake you up. Don't allow them to shake you. This is why they're saying, in that kind of energy, ground yourself. That's exactly what they're doing. I can either waste my energy, have panic attacks, be exhausted more than you probably are. And it's like, we're telling you to rest. Because you're picking up the sword and you're getting ready to battle here. Not battle, but you're ready to, like, kick ass and take names. I don't feel like battle, like struggle or anything like that. I feel like battle where it's just like you are, you know, transmuting to, you know, new energies, new pastures. You know, funny enough, there's a lot of horse imagery there. New pastures. 1414. There's more cards to come, guys. So if you need to take a break and come back to it. But they're showing, like, the Four of Swords, exactly what I was saying. If you're able to take naps, even if you lay there and rest your body for a bit, you know what I mean? It's like, put yourself in restful positions. Like when they're saying meditation, or anything like that. Like Kathy Hilton, if you watch The Housewife, she falls asleep during meditations, and Kendall Jenner, same thing, falls asleep during meditation. I do the same thing. Me and my girlfriend Hajar, she's like, when I meditate, I take off my glasses. I'm like, same here. Like, I don't know why. I just, like, I have them on and don't feel normal. I take them off and it's just like, you know what I mean? I don't know why, but it's just, and funny enough, someone that transformed, same thing. They wore glasses in this life and I never see them with glasses. So, you know what I mean? I don't know what maybe you have your sight, right? Because we're perfect in that scenario, but like they're saying, take time to rest and rejuvenate. Take time to enjoy the beauty. Do what you're supposed to be doing right now, which is kicking up your feet and relaxing. You know what I mean? Like, yes, get your priorities done, but like, you know, like I said, like I did something, took a break because it's hot, but you know what I mean? It's just like, even if it wasn't hot, even if it was the winter, do something, take a break. Go do that. You know what I mean? Because there's no timeline for right now if you're on vacation or anything like that, but that's what they're saying. Take time to rest and rejuvenate because things are about to pick up again. Beautiful confirmation. We have your back and your ship is about to come in. You know what I mean? It's like, listen to spirit. Listen to what they're telling you. I know that the situation seems scary, but again, you have not worked this hard. You have not been carried this far. You have not been blessed this far just to be freaking, that's it. Like, you stop here. Like, you know what I mean? Situations changed. We're recalibrating. That's what you're doing right now. Right? And so as soon as the earth starts shaking, stop shaking, you're grounding yourself. It's like, okay, let's recalibrate. Let's figure out this situation. And you will see blessings and everything coming out of everywhere. 1616. Where it's just like, we're guiding you and protecting you so you can move forward. 9 of Pentacles. This is a rebirth in your life. We were just talking about this. You know what I mean? This exactly with the next card coming up. The things that have been keeping you up at night, that's the next card. Those things are transmuting. So you may hear cardinals. I'm hearing cardinals singing or calling to each other. So this is like where spirit is like, where we hear you. You know what I mean? This is a sign that we hear you. We support you. We will, you know, we'll get you to where you need to go. You know what I mean? This is a positive sign. With the grapes as well. It's like you're like very cornucopia energy. I feel like a lot of karma is at play. I know with the 8-8 portal, like karma is at that time, but I've been feeling this for a bit. That a lot of things, like, you know, universe sees you. They see your actions. They see what you do. It's like, you don't need accolades. You don't need gold medals. You don't need any of this. Like, you're not here to do those things. You don't need, oh, look at me, so arrogant. Kind of He-Man energy. If you read the book of Ruth, that kind of arrogance. Like, oh, look at me, I'm so fabulous. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, shut up. You know, I don't like people like that. It's like, oh, look at me, I'm so fabulous. Like, da-da-da-da-da. It's like, you know what I mean? If you need those kind of accolades, I feel sorry for you. But you know what I mean? This is where spirit is like, you don't need those kind of rewards because we reward you. You don't need those kind of call outs or recognitions or whatever you want to call it. It's like, you know where your heart belongs, your soul belongs, because you do the right thing because you know who it makes happy. Like, you don't need worldly, you know, cheers and all that garbage. This is where spirit is saying this energy is changing. This energy is transmuting. Just let it go. Just let it go. They're showing Frozen. So maybe like they're showing like magical. I may mix up the girl Elsa. They're showing like Elsa where she has that power to do, like, she's different, right? So they're saying like, what we're talking about, magician, just dawned on me. It's like she had what she needed inside of her all along to change the situation. She just needed to awaken it. So this is where they're talking about concentrating. So right now, like, if you're on vacation, it's like concentrating on your work endeavor. So like, you know, I do personal readings and stuff like that. So that's where it's just like concentrating on those, like, you know, doing the follow-ups and everything like that, but also not doing it to the point where, you know what I mean, I come out worse in this situation than I entered. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. Take a break. Like they're saying, like, do something, take a break. Do that, take a break. You know what I mean? You got to take care of yourself. But this is where it's like your work and your efforts, even if the outside world does not see your work and efforts, spirit sees it. The universe sees it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not doing this all for naught. Like, the right people, places, and things are coming. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because you're doing the work. This situation feels isolating, alone, and this is where spirit is like, you're not alone. You're about to start a whole new journey. That's why everything feels shaky. So, like, we got the number 1919. You know what I mean? That is a huge, like, knocking of, like, things wrapping up. The World card, where Deborah Silverman calls it void of course, where we get up and do things, you know what I mean? Like, kind of get up and repeat kind of energy. Like, you know what I mean? If you know, you know. And this is where they're like, you're not alone. Like, you're going through this isolation for a reason. and then you're coming out of it. You're definitely coming out of it with the Fool card as the next card. So 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups. They're trying to attack you right now and make you feel a certain way and exhaust your energy, because this is a leveling up. I wouldn't be surprised. Eye of Wisdom has been coming out a lot. It's just sometimes it's like so deep, you're just like, ugh, I need, I'll need to come back to this video. You know what I mean? But this is what they're saying. Like, spread your wings and fly. Even though you don't know what's going to happen here, even if, you misstep, we're going to push you back up so you can try again. Like, there's no failing here. Another knocking of spirit. It's like, you don't even have to work for this. We're making this possible for you. 8-8 portal is coming up. You know what I mean? Definitely walking through a door and having that happen. Some people do kind of manifestations where they open a door in their household, walk through, and it's like, this is me accepting whatever this is. You know what I mean? This is me accepting, stepping into the next era, because you're about to ascend a new mountain. They sold that with Judgment card, where it's like, we're waking you to something new, like this new, brand new beginning. It's like, we're going to give you all the knowledge, wisdom, tools, everything you need. So, like, a lot of spirit saying, we're supporting you at this time. Like, you don't feel sure-footed, that's okay. That's why they were saying, like, with the Enchanted Forest cards, it's like, that the wild heart, which they keep showing in my mind's eye, we will guide you. And that's the biggest thing you got to say to yourself. Even though I can't see what's coming, it's the unknown. It's scary. I don't like the unknown, but it's just like, allow them to guide you. Just, calm your energy as much as you can and try to ground yourself. Still going if you want to take a break, but, this is where it's changing your point of view. It's changing your belief system. It's changing the way that you see the world, the way you see yourself. You know what I mean? This is where they're waking you up and saying, like, you are worth more than what this earth gives you value. Don't allow the wrong people to manipulate you and say this is your value, because, you know what I mean? A lot of them are speaking out of insecurities. You know what I mean? So it's just like, allow the universe to bless you, guide you, and protect you in the ways that they need to. Be more open to those messages. Almost done here. So, like we were talking about, with Strength card, transforms into Temperance, because they've leveled up and she's gained her wings. And this is where I'm getting that positive confirmation here of a leveling up and transforming, you know what I mean? And over her crown chakra, their crown chakra, also on their heart chakra, this card usually has a path leading to the sun. And it's like, we are successfully taking these emotions and know what belongs to us, what is false, what is truth, to make us move forward. You know what I mean? Because they're showing that rebirth card. Not only like the Ace of Wands, but that truth there, where, they're showing. Where is it? Because this is where it's leading to. It's like the earth is holding, the universe is holding the sun. They're saying, they're showing temperance, because they're like, you are balancing, and that's what you need to do to move forward. You're balancing these energies. So allow them to balance the situation, very Libra energy. And a lot of this fire, you know what I mean, where it's let the fire come in and absorb the water as well, but also keeping yourself sure-footed. But it's like, in these emotions, I know what's false, I know what is truth. I thought this was our last card, but it's not. It's okay. So 9 of Cups, this is where the insecurities come in, because it's just like, things are going on, it's making rumblings around us, you know what I mean? And it's so kind of like, I feel like someone kind of like flexing at you, like they're gonna, like, making you feel insecure, like, like you feel threatened, and they're like, you don't have nothing to be feel threatened about. Let us take care of those situations. You don't have to do nothing. You're sure-footed. They're saying you're gonna have to make a decision here. So this is heading in towards August 9th kind of situation. We'll see what comes up there. Don't put too much energy into this. But making a decision, and it's like, you know what I mean? You don't have too much information, but right underneath it is the 6 of Wands. You will be the victor wearing the wreath. So even though this situation feels scary and unsure, it's like, allow us to come in and take care of it. You know what I mean? It's just like, they're saying vague is what they're saying, because this is going to be different for everybody. So I feel like with job, they're saying job. They're showing the word job. Make a decision that's right for you, that you feel sure-footed about. Don't make rash decisions, because it's like, it feels like that's what we need, because we feel insecure, but like they're saying, like, it'll come back. Like they're saying, like, Uno reverse. Like, it feels like they're helping you, but they're not. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm like, be careful with this. Don't make rash decisions. I feel like, not rash, I feel like don't make a decision because what is presenting itself looks a certain way, and it's like we feel insecure or we feel like we need it, and it's like we get into the situation and then it's like, oh fuck, we didn't, oh sorry, we didn't actually need it. You know what I mean? And then it's like there's a consequence for it. That's why I'm saying be careful. I feel like around like November, they're like, oh, we actually, you know what I mean? And it's just like there's a penalty, is what they're saying. So I feel like it's like, in that, so with the information we were given in at that time period, it felt like we needed it. And then fast forward to November, it's like, oh, you did this, you didn't need it, so now there's a consequence. So I don't know if this is like because people know about it and someone calls in and makes a report or something like that, like, oh, they didn't really need it, or you know what I mean, makes a false report. So then there's a consequence. So that's why I'm saying be careful. Be careful of, you know what I mean? Like, you don't know all the information, and that's why it's making us feel insecure because there's rumblings of things happening. I feel like let the situation play out more, and know that you're supported. Because I feel like out of insecurity and out of lack of information, and again, this is like all innocent. That you're not doing this out of malice. You know what I mean? Like that's why they're saying the purity of the situation. You're not 100% on what's going on here, but with the information you're given, it looks like you need to make some action here, right? But then it's like, oh, we actually didn't need it. But by the time you figure it out, it's like, oh, hey, you didn't actually need that. So now you know what I mean? We're going to take back what we gave you. We're going to take back the help we gave you. So that's why I'm like, be careful about what help you're accepting right now, what narratives you're listening to. This is why I'm saying listen to the universe and listen to your intuition, because intuition, that white rabbit, that white hare, full moon, which is tomorrow, I feel like let the things play out the way that they're going to play out and see how it happens. If you do need the help, the assistance, definitely go for it, because nobody should ever feel insecure in that situation. But if you're doing it, it's not, it is what it is, but this is changing. By November, you're gonna really they're showing like a light bulb, like an idea, but I feel like you're gonna have more information, like aha, like kind of thing, eureka, like Isaac Newton or something like that. Gravity, something hitting you in the head. Hopefully, nothing's hitting you in the head, but that's what I'm saying. Like, be careful about rash decisions. I feel like let it play out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick card pull. May the universe bless you good.